So welcome to 2024, and I have to say that I am honestly excited to be in 2024, and part of that reason is because I'm very excited to leave 2023 behind, as it was an abysmal year for real estate, both in New York City and all over the country. In 2023, we were down 30 to 40% in terms of the number of transactions compared to 2022. And 2022 was a record-breaking year. 2024 is going to be a transitional year. We're going to transition from being in a very the slowest market since the 90s, and somewhat of a buyer's market, although a very unsatisfying buyer's market for most of the buyers who are out there looking right now, to a seller's market. I think I bet money on that happening in 2024. I think that the first quarter or two of 2024 are going to be the quarter of the buyer. So if you are a buyer or you've been thinking about buying, you should be ready to go, and you should be looking to transact in the next 3 to 6 months. That is going to be your best window as a buyer. The good news is for sellers is that because we've had such a low inventory environment, that prices haven't dropped that much. They're down somewhere around 5%. We may see a little bit more of that in the coming quarter or two, but that's going to be it. And by the end of this year, even if you don't want to wait until the end of the year, you're still getting pretty close to the record high prices that we had in 2022. So that's the good news for sellers, also sort of the good news for buyers. Sub 6% mortgages are on the horizon. We know that the Fed is going to be cutting rates this year. I think that you're going to see mortgage rates in the 5% by the 5% something by the end of the year. And the two effects that is going to have is we're going to see more inventory, and we're going to see more transactions. And more inventory, like the dropping of rates, is going to actually have an inflationary effect on the pricing of real estate. But the additional inventory that is going to be coming on is going to have a deflationary effect on real estate. And there's a lot of pent-up demand. There's a lot of pent-up seller demand. There's a lot of pent-up buyer demand because of the last year that we had. What that probably means for pricing is that you're going to see pricing going sideways because you have these competing factors in terms of the pricing of real estate in the market. So expect more transactions, lower rates, and generally sideways pricing for 2024. And if you are one of those pent-up sellers that have been wanting to transact but has felt like it hasn't been the greatest time to do it, you should be warming those engines up by the end of the year. So there you go.